introduce yourselves.
My name is Jeff, also known as Light. They call me Light because there's a lot of silence when I dance, but a lot of movement also.
My name is Lydia, but I also go by the name Liddy for short.
My name is Michael McDonald. They call me Wings. Not really revolved around dancing, it's just because I like chicken wings. Something simple.
Introduce the group.
Well, our group is called Ennis Army. We're like one big family, a bunch of dancers, all have different backgrounds, different nationalities, of different ages, fellow men and female, and this pretty much sums it all. We dance reggae dance hall, a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of everything, but mostly reggae dance hall is what we dance to.
What does Endless Army mean to you?
Ennis Army to me is more than just a dance group. Definitely a family. You know, due to the fact that we basically bonded over many years. So we're basically more than just a dance group. Basically a family. Quick summary of it.
Brotherhood.
Tradition.
So since you said dancing, what does dancing and basically music mean to you?
Well, dancing to me is everything. That's like my getaway. Like, just makes me feel good. Whenever I'm dancing, I'm just in a different zone. Music wise, same thing. Makes me feel good, Clears my head at times. It's like another getaway point for me.
I like dancing as a form of exercise. I don't dance as how I used to when I was in high school, but it's still fun and it still gets me into a part and a place where I just want to, relax. It's a good thing for me to do.
Dancing to me is a big hobby. It's a form of peace, tranquility, and it keeps me motivated to do more.
So basically you said that you dance to dance hall, reggae. Like out of all the music types, why that one?
Well, for us, I'm Jamaican. My background is Jamaican, so
Yes, I am.
yeah. So dancing has always been around. You had like the Shatas, used to dance and whatnot. So I was easily brought up due to the fact that my brothers and my sister used to dance. So I was easily brought up around it. And then in high school during that time, it was like very popular. So everybody wanted to dance to reggae music. So meaning that's what we branched on more due to the fact that we're from the Caribbean as well. So that's what we branched on to more.
Dancing to me was basically reggae soca, mainly soca because I'm from the country Dominica and that's what we dance to, soca, calypso. In high school, in Clybourne High School, I danced to modern dance. That was a little bit off, but I ended up liking it. I'm basically dancing. I don't really have a particular type of music that I like. Other than soca, that's my number one, but I can't say that I'm not gonna dance to this kind or this kind. If there's a particular kind of movement that I like, then I could adapt to it as long as that I feel like I like it.
I choose dancehall because the hype of it, and it's constantly something new in that genre, and I feel it's the best way to dance.
Okay, so talk about the history of basically music and dancing. It started from DJs playing music and everybody breakdancing, and then it turned to people actually rapping over the beat. So from then until now, and all the people that influenced it, like Kool Herc, Afrika Bambaataa, how do you think it's progressed up to now?
Well, in terms of hip hop wise, we dance hip hop wise. Well, in terms of hip hop wise, it's very different now. Like, especially like in this age that we're in now, it's not really about like dancing. To me, like the talent is less. All you need really now is just a good chorus, and this is just like a hit. Like, there's nobody putting work in it versus like the Kendrick Lamar, the J. Cole's, the the Kanye's, the Jay-Z's, you know.
The Drakes.
The Drakes, you know, the real ones. We know what the real ones
The
are. Like,
Eminems.
yeah, more is just on some like, you know, just the trap era. This is the trap era right now. It's not the same. It's not the best. It's the worst era we're in right now ever. No talent at all. It's just regular music. It's just, you know, it's just something to get people hype and apart. But it's not nothing conscious. It's nothing at all for me.
Music for me right now, I agree with Mikey. I agree with him. I feel like I'm more of an old school person. However, I try not to judge because I guess I feel like as generation is changing and time is changing, I guess maybe I should try to adapt to change. But then again, I won't because I'm just such an old school person and I prefer, and again, like, I think back then everything the lyrics were different. I feel like lyrics had more souls, music had more soul. I feel like now everything is just about strippers and club, and that has no meaning to me, so I don't have no reason to listen to it.
I feel every genre of music has their own good times about it. For example, the old music, we would do our Humpty Dance. That was that time. And then we had our Laffy Taffies. And now we got our dabs. And in the future, we will feel the same way about this music how we felt about old school music. And it will continue to move like that.
So, like, are you saying that if basically the new music that's playing now in this era had came out back in the days, did you feel like if the back in the days music would have came out now, you would have been saying that this genre has no talent because of the fact that it's something different that you're hearing?
No, what I'm saying is, based on...
And I'm sorry, that didn't even go for you. That went for Wings.
Oh, what should I say? Well, no, I don't think so. Because due to the fact that even if I came out back then, it's more of a, like, people can't connect to this music right now. Like, certain people connect, you know, certain people they rap out the drugs, you know, the street. A lot of us come from the street, we live in it, we grew up in it every day. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it would be more of a, like, what they rap about now is like a club lifestyle to me. You know, it's about buying the car. It's more really like hip hop has that all the time, but now it's really emphasized about the strip clubs, the cars. You know, just doing. You know, we can't compare to that. You know what I'm saying? So it would have more been on some. We would just want to be about that lifestyle. We can't really compare. We would just be on some. It would just be. It
would just be a fantasy.
Yeah, it would just be on some like we'll listen to the music, but we're more dreaming of like if we could be like that. More we can't really relate to it now. So I would say like if the times would have switched, I would have more still say that the era now. If it was like the 90s and 90s is here now, I would know some. This era now is the best era because something that we could all relate to as a whole, not just one section of people. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was productive.
So to stick kind of with history, now to go even more back, the Dred Scott case and Plessy versus Ferguson, you know, those was units of racism that we dealt with Dred Scott trying to sue for his free, basically because he thought he was entitled to his freedom, and Plessy versus Ferguson, where the decision showed that separate is equal. How do you feel that those cases, like the units of racism in those cases, relate to music and dancing now?
Well, racism as a whole, I would say connects to everything. So like, even in terms of dancing wise, like I just feel like black people, like in terms of dancing, like, how should I put it? I feel like it's still somewhat of racism in dancing anyway. It doesn't matter what black people do, we still get that attention of racism. Like, in the sense of like, I live in a neighborhood, we dance outside, whatever. I would still have people view our dancing as negative. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to be, I'm not even behind a girl, you know, look like I'm humping. I'm dancing, doing movements, so yet my movement will still be viewed as like sexual or erotic. You know what I'm saying? And even when we dance outside, cops will bother us. We do something positive. Like it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say like, oh, if it's a bunch of white people dancing, you know, with cops still harass us or whatnot. But it still goes on. Like anything we do, it just still gets viewed in some way negative. So like in terms of dancing, you know, white people dance as well. But I just feel like when, you know, us black people do it, just like it's just some way negative. Like they're doing this now. Bow Wow makes a video talking about like,
Yo, his
this
expression
bad
is
man is
so
like
dumb. Like I don't understand
it's
what
revolved
he's
around smoking
but so
weed.
what? Like I don't understand.
Like let's just keep like it's a lot of things we do in life that's beautiful, but we turn it into a positive. You know what I'm saying? Like if the kids are doing it, it's just dancing. Dancing keeps a whole world positive. You know what I'm saying? So if they're dancing, I'd rather them dancing than going to the street busting guns beating people up any day. You know what I'm saying? If it's a dance, let it do it. You don't gotta bring it to try to downward, you know, try to downward the dance. Like, you know what I'm saying? So in terms of race, it just exists. Even amongst black on black, I still call that racism. You know what I'm saying? And that's a term of black on black. You know what I'm saying? That's our dance as a black community. You know what I'm saying? It came from us, the Negroes, not a white person didn't make this up. You know what I'm saying? So I would say like racism is like black on black. You know what I'm saying? Like it exists all over. So in the music, of course it exists. We talk about drugs and all of that. And when people hear that, it revolves around black people as well. It always gets throws towards us. You know what I'm saying? We are the bottom dweller, so this exists.
I would agree, you know, racism still exists. I try to think about certain positivities, even though at times it's hard to think about it. But when you think about cases like, you know, the Dred Scott case, you think about, you know, how far as a black person you've journeyed. And now there's black artists making music. You have black and white people dancing to those same music, you know, in concerts, you know, events. And, you know, I feel like the only way I could think about it is positive. Because if I think about sadness and sorrow, I'm going to be crying for the rest of my life. So the only positive thing that I'm going to think about is we came a long way. We're able to express ourselves through dancing, through music. You know, we have different genres. And nobody's here to tell us that, okay, you're black and you can't make pop music. You can't make hip-hop music. We're able to express ourselves. And, you know, I think we came a long way.
I feel racism is not only towards white people. It's not only white people towards black people, it's sometimes black people towards white people. Like, due to rap. We bash any type of Caucasian artists that joins the hip-hop industry a lot. And also in dancing, another form of racism is when we see a Caucasian person dancing to dance hall, like
I was just about to say.
a lot of times they're
I was about
bashed.
to say a particular dance because I know dancehall is one of them. I've seen it myself.
They be blowing mine, so.
I've seen it myself.
It's a tag team. I feel it's both ways. Racism needs just to end.
And like the minute we finish this video, I'm gonna show all y'all a video by you just saying that, bro.
So now let's get back to like more positive side. Like when you dance or like make music or you know you DJ, like what is it like? Where do you get your creativity from?
I could say I get my creativity off everyday things like you saw Jamaica, they make a dance out of washing dishes, walking down the block, turn on the stove, you know, like
Drop the light. Drop the light.
things like that, you know, anything. So it's all, I feel like creativity is all around. It's like, you know, very observant. So, you know, I see everything, I learn from everything, you know, I just use that as a motivation to create. So that's my motivation, everything.
For me, dancing, I don't really have specific things that motivate me. I just look at it as I hear music. If I like it, I could do a movement, whether it's raise my hand, whether it's jump. And as long as it goes to the rhythm, it's fun. So I'll just do it. That's it for me.
I agree with what Michael said about stuff around us. A lot of times that's a form of creativity, finding stuff that's around you and building something out of it. Also from dreams. When you have a dream, I also dream that I'll be dancing, and then that move comes to my mind, and when I get up, I try to do that move.
Alright, this question I just came up with, this is for you. Like, so since you a DJ, right? All the DJs that came before everybody, you know, like Grandmaster Flash,